off and I listen.
No.
Hello. God, I can't do it now. Hello, this is Kenny Baker, and I'm famous for being the dwarf who was inside of R2-D2 in the Star Wars franchise of movies. And I listen to the Oxpod. I've got a series of questions that I can ask you.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have your iTunes up,
Okay.
or your music program of choice,
Right, go on then.
and you have shuffle or randomize on, and the answers to each of the question are the titles of the track that come up.
Okay.
So, have you got your iTunes ready and on standby
Yes.
and ready to go?
Give me a second.
Ready.
Okay. I have
Okay.
3,460 items.
Welp. That's an awful lot of illegal music you've got on your computer there, Lewis.
I've not got a lot of music though. A lot of it is audiobooks and things.
Okay, well that's fine then, because those things are public domain.
Go on then.
Oh,
go on
God.
then.
Okay, question 1. If someone says, "Is this okay?" you say...
I say, The Adventure of the Noble Bachelor.
Wow, that doesn't really make any sense at all. Okay, so you go to the next song, and the question is, how would you describe yourself?
Before our very eyes.
Wow, that's deep, man. That's deep. Okay, how about,
Yeah, that is pretty deep.
what do you like in a girl?
Jeffrey Miller Interview 8.
What? What the fuck? Okay, Jeffrey Miller Interview 8 is what you like in a girl. That's, yeah. This is why you will die alone. There aren't enough girls out there that have enough, they don't have an awful lot of Jeffrey Miller Interview 8 in them. Okay, question 4. How do you feel today?
Hypnotic Tango.
Oh, that's good. That's good. What's your motto? Now this should hopefully work.
E0BEA 6CCE31B
What
566B8 46F0AED 4BA 8EDO5.MP3.
Are you a robot or
I
something?
think that's I think that's one of the ones you sent me.
It's hexadecimal.
That's that woman who says weird stuff.
What?
She goes like, "You are listening to the Yog Pod." Do you remember it was that?
Oh god. Oh god, that. Yeah. We're gonna
Hi,
do some...
I'm Katy Perry from Hot and Cold, and you're listening to the Yog Pod. It's like a man's voice though. I'll play it on the Yog
Oh
Pod.
god. We've got some new liners that people will be able to hear. That'll be nice. Oh man. Okay, so we're up to question 7. What do your friends think of you?
The End by Pearl Jam.
The end. Your friends think the end when they look at you. What do you think of your parents?
Heaven. Top 100 chance.
Ah. You look at your parents and you think,
weird.
heaven. Won't be long, they'll be up there.
Hopefully.
What is 2 plus 2?
Thunder in My Heart.
Okay. Now, it's quite unlikely that you would have gotten that question right.
Mm.
Would have been good if you had a song by the Four Tops
Ooh.
as the result of that one.
I don't have any of that.
Oh, okay. What do you think of me?
Super Mario World Monstrous Turtles.
Well, thanks,
Yeah.
pal. Thanks, pal.
Right.
Likewise to you too, buddy. Oh, man. What do you think of your secret crush? I'm not saying who it is.
You Raise Me Up by Westlife.
Oh,
Why is that
that's
on there?
beautiful. That's beautiful.
Oh, it's on...
Well, you've got every number one.
Yeah, I've got every
haven't
UK
you?
number one. It's number 1 in 2005. You raise me up.
You don't have to sing it. Please
Ugh.
don't. Please don't. I'd rather you didn't.
Okay.
Okay, question 13. What is your life story?
Hit me with your rhythm stick.
Brilliant. Brilliant. A bit of the injury in the blockheads.
Correct. Wow.
Okay, what do you think of when you see the person you have a crush
Turning
on?
into a music quiz.
When you lay your eyes upon them, what pops into your head?
The Problem of Thor Bridge by Arthur Conan Doyle.
There we go. Do you not think that you should maybe create subfolders or playlists and have the music in one playlist and have audiobooks under another one?
No.
You know, wouldn't that just make it easier? I mean, what happens if you just want to listen to random music? Are you listening to like Westlife and then all of a sudden you have Harry Potter comes on? That's me doing Stephen Fry. Harry Potter and the man with the golden gun.
You've never read Harry Potter, have you? Good God. Having not read
I
Harry
haven't,
Potter,
no.
I'd love you to
No.
do a little impression of what you think Harry Potter sounds like as an audiobook.
Harry Potter turned to Hermione, his cheeks aflush, and said, Hermione, what does it mean when my willy gets hard? Hermione. Hermione's jaw dropped to the floor as she turned to Harry and said, Are you alright? Harry, it's natural. It's nothing to be afraid of. Come here. Give me a kiss.
Goodness me.
Oh God, this is horrible. Let's move on with the quiz, please.
You do
for
know
the
that
love of
Harry
God.
and Hermione don't, have any kind of relationship in Harry Potter.
No, but they have to be.
I don't want to spoil it for you, anyone that's listening.
We just did. You
Well, no, I
fucking
didn't
jerk.
tell you who. I can't believe you've never read
Oh,
Harry Potter
God.
or watched the films. I think the films are terrible, but the books are great.
I haven't read all the fucking Mr. Men books. So, am I missing out on that as well?
Yeah, but no, you're not. You're not. But the thing is, Mr. Men books are designed for under fives,
Owned much, bitch.
and Harry Potter is
They're
Harry
for
Potter
adults.
is aimed at the same.
They're an adult book. That's why it's set in a school of wizardry.
Harry Potter is aimed at Harry Potter is aimed at the same audience as Doctor Who, and you love Doctor Who. You're a self-confessed lover of Doctor Who.
Yeah, I love
Therefore-
Doctor Who, but it makes me very angry. Do you know what I'd be like if I was watching or reading Harry Potter? I'd just go fucking ape shit. I'd go, that's bullshit. Harry would never fucking do that. Why would he do that? That's ridiculous. Oh, Voldemort, just fucking kill him. Just fucking kill him.
He does.
'Cause that's how I talk. I can't do an impression of myself. Isn't that odd?
Harry Potter is very
Ugh.
good. It's
I don't give a shit. Come on, we've got a few questions left and we're done with this quiz, right? What will you dance to at your wedding?
Love Game by Lady Gaga.
Okay, what is your biggest fear?
Overcome.
Your biggest fear is to
Overcome.
be overcome. Okay.
Nice.
What's your biggest secret? Shh, it's a secret.
Down with the sickness. Come on, down with the sickness.
The last one doesn't really make much sense, but it's okay. Let's change it. What do you make of this quiz?
Everlong.
Everlong. There we go. It was Everlong.
Everlong by Fever.
And that wraps up this
Foo Fighters
terrible
even.
section, which is completely
Everlong by Foo
unusable,
Fighters, yeah.
and is just I don't know.
Sorry.
Well done. Got the wrong band there.
Right. Oh god, that was terrible.
Fucking hell.
Hello, I'm Tina Barrett from S Club 7, and I listen to the YogPod.
Have you seen this website? S Club 7 Secrets.
No. This. I'm interested though. Very interested.
Okay, there it is on my comment.
Okay.
If any listeners want to go to it, the URL is https:// TTP
Oh God, don't read all
//
this out. It's ridiculously long.
DARRYN hyphen REEDS dot
We'll put a link
tripod.com
on
/
yogscast.com.
hyphen club hyphen 7 hyphen secrets.html.
So what is this? Is it some sort of a bizarre conspiracy site?
It's the work of a nutter,
Right.
of a deranged man, probably a Yognaut. Just hazarding a guess with that. Since the dawn of man, true evil had surrounded us, lurking in the darkness like a dark lurking thing, ready to pounce on any poor unsuspecting innocent fool who stumbled blindly into its path. The lord and master of this domain goes by many names: Beelzebub, the Dark Lord, the Fallen One, Santa, and of course, the Beast. But today, as we fast approach the 20th century, evil has
What
taken...
do you mean we
oh, right,
fast
there should be a
approach
comment
the
there.
20th century? Was this website written before?
Yeah, I think this is quite an old website.
This website is at least
Yeah.
11 years old.
10 years ago.
Okay.
See, this is ridiculous. This shows that it is just a paranoid conspiracy nut doing it.
Okay.
They think that there are hidden messages in the S Club 7 songs that when you play them backwards reveal something secret,
Right.
which is just utterly, utterly ridiculous. Because no one ever does that. Right. But today, as we fast approach the 20th century, evil has taken not one, but 7 new names. And lo, they be Tina, John, Paul, Hannah, Bradley, Rachel, Joe. Dun dun dun. So basically, this guy seems to think that S Club are...
They think that the S stands for
evil.
Satan.
and he goes
Satan
through the lyrics.
Club 7. What does it
Yeah,
stand
Satan
for,
Club.
actually?
Satan Club 7. Mary Whitehouse, it says, Mary Whitehouse says, as the resident morality guardian for CIBPP, all I have to say regarding the S Club 7 is quite simply, fuck them. Fuck them right in the ear, and you can fucking well quote me on that.
Oh, hello. I'm Tina Barrett, formerly of S Club 7. I still have yet to release my debut solo album because it's not really going very well. But in the meanwhile, I like to listen to the Yogpod. Oh, it's really good. Oh, Lewis and Simon are really amazing. Goodbye.
Goodbye. I don't know why I said goodbye there. I just felt like it was polite. This week, me and Simon are looking forward to the new Doctor Who coming out. I don't know if this is a big deal to anyone beyond the UK, but we've been sort of spammed with...
Yeah, they're promoting it heavily.
I mean, do you reckon like people beyond England really know about Doctor Who? Is it popular in
Yeah.
America or Europe?
It's being shown on BBC America, like a week later or something.
Doctor Who's one of these things that is sort of a very British tradition, I suppose, in a way. It's something we have close to our heart.
It's a long-running British TV show that is set mostly in Britain, or all the actors are British, and the Doctor's a very British character.
It's a very BBC program, It was like a family but slightly scary sci-fi show. But I mean, did you ever watch any of the old ones?
Yeah. I mean, the only one I really remember is from oh god, I watched pretty much all of the Sylvester McCoy ones, and he was a bad Doctor, so it kind of left
What do you mean a bad Doctor?
like a sour taste in my mouth. Well, he was pretty terrible at playing Doctor Who.
Well, every series, took parts from their individual time. I mean, like during the 70s and 80s, they were slightly different, and it's been through so many incarnations. I really can't watch the old ones, though. I mean, one time I remember I was living in a student house, and we got delivered to the door one day a brown sort of package. It was just addressed to the house, and it contained about 10 VHS tapes containing really old Doctor Who like films and TV, like series of TV shows.
Weird.
It was really weird, and because obviously none of the girls had ordered it, they all just assumed I'd bought it, and so I just sold it on eBay. Sold them on eBay. I didn't watch them because I didn't really have a VHS player, but I might have done if I had.
Isn't that theft?
What?
You basically you sold something that didn't belong to you. They could have been someone desperately looking for them. It got delivered to the wrong address, and you're.
Well, what do you suggest I should
You're
have
profiting off of it. Handed them in to the police.
Well, anyway, I mean I'm a fan of Doctor Who, and there was one time when I was about 16 in London, and one of the doctors was doing a lecture, Tom Baker, on some sort of
oh my god,
science of Doctor Who or something, and I attended that, and I met him and had a chat with him as well, which was quite cool.
Ah.
So I've actually met one of the doctors, which is kind of cool. It doesn't mean he's my favourite one, because everyone sort of has a favourite doctor, don't they?
He's most people's favourite Doctor Who.
He's a nice guy, Tom Baker, like the big blustering Englishman.
I think he's cut from the same cloth as Brian Blessed. They're from that same kind of old school, just crazy people.
Who's your favourite then?
Oh god, I don't know really. And the thing is, people's opinion of the Doctor is completely decided by which Doctor they watch the most of. And we've had Tennant for so long. We had Tennant for so long. And I've watched every single episode of Tennant, and I've watched it recently. So when I think of the Doctor, I think of David Tennant now. It's just ingrained in me. This is why it's going to be pretty weird to have a new guy take over. Because everyone just thinks Doctor Who, oh, David Tennant. They don't think of it as the character, the person who changes from time to time into someone else.
I think you're wrong. I think a lot of people do realise it's the character. And I mean, you saw the same thing happen when Christopher Eccleston did it for a year and then changed over to David Tennant. I mean, people were like, oh, I like Christopher Eccleston, I'm not sure I'm going to like anyone else. But actually, people got to like him quite quickly. And I think the same thing will probably happen. I mean, I'm predicting that you'll actually, in 3 weeks' time, after you've watched a few episodes, you'll say to me, yeah, it's okay. It's nothing great, but he's okay. You're not too disappointed, I guess.
He does look to be... I mean, the thing is, at its heart, Doctor Who's a kids' TV show.
Yeah.
So there's always going to be daft things happening in it, and it's... they know their audience very well, and... oh god, it's going to be ridiculous, isn't it? There's just going to be utterly ridiculous things going on, and I'm going to be watching it, and I'm going to get angry. And elsewhere in the country, there's going to be all these young kids watching it and going, yay!
Yeah.
And I'm going to be going, you son of a bitch, what are you doing? And the Doctor wouldn't get into that situation. Why would he act like that? What's going on? Oh no, look at those special effects. Oh, Jesus Christ, that monster's ridiculous. And all the kids would be going, yay! Yay! This is the best TV show ever, Mummy!
Fuck off!
Says JK.
Yay!
The thing is...
Are you lagging, or is is it your internet connection, or is it your brain?
My brain's
I'm not sure
lagging.
what's going on. I'd rather have a bowl of...
See, the thing is, you're going to enjoy watching these Doctor Who episodes with this guy. I predict that you're going to enjoy them, and you're going to come onto Vent, and you're going to complain about them.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to enjoy watching it, that experience, that hour of watching it, and then immediately afterwards I'm going to think, that was the biggest pile of shit ever. Even though during it I'm probably going to be clapping at the television.
You'll be like a kid.
Yay! 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 Oh, I love you, Doctor Who's! Oh!
And then I'll turn off the telly and I'll go, well, that was fucking shite. I'll just rant about it to people on the internet. I'll post on forums. saying, lol, what a joke, worst Doctor ever. With an A at the end, ever.
That's how British teenagers talk these days.
Doctor
also, in the relatively related news, sciencey kind of news, the Large Hadron Collider hasn't destroyed the world.
Breaking news, world still here.
Yeah. It was a load of bollocks about this whole thing. It's like, do you know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of the times before trains, and when people were getting on the first trains that would go above 50 miles per hour.
What?
People thought that if a human rode above 50 miles per hour, the human body wouldn't be able to take it, and it would just collapse and implode and stuff. It's like people first of all didn't know whether humans would be able to go into space and go into zero gravity, when they were sending up the first satellites, because they thought that it might not be possible. With no gravity, you might not be able to swallow properly, or you might not be able to do all this stuff.
You may not be able to swallow properly. They probably had buffet cars from the very start on those trains, and people had a cup of tea in front of them, and they were just watching the world whiz by, and they were worried that they wouldn't be able to swallow the tea somehow. Like the G-force of moving.
No. I mean, that's the one that's about space, though. But people were worried about it, and obviously they had to send a few trains out, with brave sort of pilots, to test if you could go at 50 miles per hour, successfully, And I think there was a bit of sort of suggestion that it wasn't safe, at the time. That people weren't supposed to go that fast. It's kind of like that, but modern version, Well, although physicists have shown that, in all of these studies and examples that, there's no chance of a black hole forming, ignorant people like to cut and run with this kind of sensationalist stuff.
What, there was no chance of a black hole just magically appearing?
So I don't think there was any danger in any case.
Well, if people are fucking around with subatomic particles, you can't really predict what the hell's going to happen. If they knew what was going to happen, they wouldn't have run the experiment in the first place, because the whole point of running the experiment is to see what happens.
Well, yeah, but even so, the sort of things they're doing are not measured to be sufficient to produce a stable black hole.
Well, no, I mean, the issue is that there could be some sort of chain reaction started, and then a tiny, tiny microscopic black hole is formed, and then it just sucks in matter and just grows, and then the Earth is gone, and then the solar system's gone, and then basically the whole universe is just a singularity, which would be quite useful, because if you've ever had your dinner on your lap and sat down in front of the telly and then realised that the remote is on the other side of the room, if you're in a singularity, then that remote is actually part of you, so you don't have to put your dinner somewhere, get up, walk over, get the remote, then turn the telly over.
But also the telly, the dinner, all of that is also already part of you.
Yeah, the dinner's already in your stomach, so you don't have to eat it.
Your stomach is already there, it's just all singularity.
The telly's in your stomach as well, unfortunately. A bit like a Teletubby. Wow. Must be awkward for Teletubbies.
Time.
I mean, if you want to watch something on telly, say, Doctor Who, you want to watch Doctor Who and you're a Teletubby, you can't watch it on yourself. You got to get a friend, another Teletubby, to watch it on their belly. And it's just, it's just inches above their groin, and you're staring at it for an hour. That's got to be a little bit awkward.
Do they have to sit in front of you as well, and then they can watch what you've got on your telly?
Yeah, I guess the problem is with the sound. If you've both got the sound on and you're not wearing headphones, I don't know if there's some kind of jack.
A headphone jack.
I don't know where the jack would be. Somewhere around the back.
Yeah. So you've each got your headphones plugged into the other person's headphone jack. You're sitting there in front of each other, watching.
Yeah, staring down at each other's bellies, navel gazing.
One of you's watching EastEnders, and the other one's watching Bargain Hunt.
Oh, it's a hard decision to make, isn't it? Which one would you watch? EastEnders or Bargain Hunt.
I mean, that would just be a couple of Teletubbies. I mean, what if there's 7 or 8 Teletubbies? How would it work in that situation? Would there be a chain, or
what about in a
would
pub?
one of them just
a
volunteer?
pub, and you're walking past it, and it says, widescreen television. We've got the match on today, and you walk in, and it's just Teletubbies stapled to the wall, just everywhere.
I was thinking it would just be a really, really fat one.
No, there's hundreds of these Teletubbies just all stuck up on walls.
Are they dead, do you think?
They're still alive, but they're in a lot of pain. They'd rather they were dead.
What kind of post-apocalyptic world have you just envisaged?
Well, it's alright if you're not a Teletubby. I mean, it's cool. I mean, there's tellies everywhere.
Could you, surgically remove the telly from a Teletubby?
No,
and then,
no, it's
keep
part
it
of the
alive?
Teletubby.
Oh.
And if you kill the Teletubby, then the TV doesn't work, so you've got to keep him alive.
Right.
Barely alive.
Oh my god.
You got these starving Teletubbies.
Where were we, by the way?
I don't know, Teletubbies, I think.
What was before that?
I've no idea. It doesn't matter. Just forget it. It's too late.
Oh, your Large Hadron Collider, of course.
Oh, right, yeah.
There's a really interesting scientific thing. What is the coldest place in the universe?
Your heart.
No, it's actually somewhere on Earth. Because
it's in a lab somewhere where they've reduced the temperature to a fraction of a Kelvin above absolute zero.
Well, because space is actually
what a fascinating
slightly
fact.
warmer than absolute zero, because it is just, warmed by all the fusion that goes on, sort of thing, very slightly. So we can actually go colder than that on Earth using refrigeration.
Where's the hottest place in the universe, though?
That's a good question.
My pants.
Okay.
Your heart is the coldest place in the universe. It's cold, it's dark in there. There's no room for any love or warmth.
What do you mean? I love you, man. I love a lot of people. I don't have a cold heart.
Who do you love?
That girl from that film. What was she in? Rachel Hurd Wood, who was in Dorian Gray. Yeah.
Dorian Gray. I guess, I wasn't really taken by her, to be honest, Lewis. But then I think she reminded me of a cousin too much.
Yeah, that can put you off if a girl looks like someone like that. Yeah.
Hello, I'm Brian Blessed's wife, and I listen to the Yuck Pod. Goodbye!
Well, we can say that people did the videos for the Yogpod challenge, and we can announce the next challenge, which we have to come up with. So, because I like the idea of people filming themselves doing stupid shit. I mean, not dangerous stuff, just stuff that's a bit silly,
So we had a couple of really excellent videos sent in by people opening cans and getting sprayed, which was pretty awesome. I love it. So thank you very much for those. I posted them on the site.
You watch a 30-second video of someone doing something fairly odd, but benign, and you think, what the hell?
Yeah. I like the idea of people doing stuff in their gardens, because I like looking at people's gardens.
Okay. Well, people can just film their gardens. The person who has the nicest garden...
they could dig a hole or something. Search for buried treasure. Search for buried treasure. You have to dig a hole. Because this is something I did as a kid, right? I was so excited. I had a phase. I went through a phase in my life for about a year when I would just dig holes everywhere and try and find buried treasure. I was convinced that just by digging holes in the garden, if I dug deep enough, I'd find something valuable.
That's a bit odd.
So I want people to do that.
So you want people to just dig up their parents' back gardens to try and find treasure?
Well, if they ask their parents, they'll say, Mum, is there any way you particularly want me, you wouldn't mind me digging a hole?
I don't know about this. It's a lot of effort for someone to go to Digging a hole's hard work, Lewis. It's hard work. I'm not sure about... I mean, you've dug loads of holes. I'm sure you're aware of just how much work goes into the digging of a hole. And also, what do you do with all the dirt
to search
and earth
for buried treasure.
dig up? You have to, like, dig a second hole to put the dirt into.
No, you just put it back in the hole when you're finished. Then you dig a hole somewhere else.
What if you, like, start digging in your back garden and you find the body of, like, your old cat that died when he was 6 and you just start crying, cradling this little
That's
corpse?
not going to happen, oh God.
I mean, that'd be horrible. I'm not sure this is a good idea.
You're convinced that people's back gardens are going to be filled with skeletons of tiddles rather than any kind of gold hoard.
Well, I think it's much more likely they'll find a dead household pet rather than buried pirate treasure. Yeah. I really think it's too much effort for people to go to. I mean, the whole Coke can thing is pretty easy. You just got to have a can and just film yourself doing it. And only 2 people have been bothered to do that. How many people do you think are going to respond to dig up your back garden and find treasure?
Well, let's see. Let's just see. I don't want like massive footage of them doing it necessarily. I just want like pictures of what they might have found or stories, or if you've got a little brother, maybe get him to do the digging.
Yeah, you throw him a shovel and you've got a shotgun trained on him and you just say dig. He's crying, he thinks he's digging a grave. Man, you ask for the shovel back when he's dug a big enough hole and you just start filling in the hole and he stood in the bottom. Stop it!
He's buried up to his ankles.
Throw a fucking shovel full of dirt in his face.
That's horrible.
Oh no.
Oh.
Hello, I'm Warwick Davis, and I'm in a sewer, but I still listen to the Young Pod.
And what you can do is you can actually add like an echoey sound effect onto that.
Or just
maybe some dripping water.
So, I think we've had a few people who've given us donations this week. Is that right, Simon?
Yes, some very lovely listeners have been donating their hard-earned monies, their pocket monies from their parents to us.
So who's the executive producer for this week then?
We have a tie between 2 listeners. Jonas Söder, whose name I probably am not pronouncing correctly. Jonas Soda.
Okay.
I don't know. And the other listener is called Michael Beck, who's got a very lovely normal English name. So thank you for that, Michael. Sorry, Jonas. Sorry, I didn't mean that.
Thank you for having such a normal English name.
Yeah.
So how much did they donate?
They donated... Should we talk about amounts? Because... I don't know. I think it's their personal business. You know, how much they donate.
I think we can say. I think we can.
I don't know. I'm not comfortable with it. I'm not comfortable with it.
Okay, all right. Well, anyway, they're the executive producers for this week.
They gave us £1,000 each, and me and Lewis off to the Bahamas for a dirty week together. A dirty week drinking Cuba Libras,
tomato juice, and
being massaged by
champagne flute tea.
What are they called? Cabina boys.
Champagne flute tea.
Cabina boys.
What's that called, by the way? Has it got some special, like, high-class name?
It's called Spaghetti.
No. That's too common. It has to be called, like, tea à la mauve, or something like that.
Tea à la spacca.
Right.
There we go.
Okay.
Tea à la spacca.
So they're the executive producers this week. They will be adding their names onto the...
Thank you, Jonas, Soda, and Michael Beck.
So what I do...
You're going on our special list.
When I've got, like... I think we've also Carlos...
Special people.
Carlos is on the list, because he was obviously the executive producer
we love you.
from before, because he obviously kept us going for about...
From the first 25 episodes that we did.
He kept us going for a few months.
Single-handedly
paid
keeping
for all
us
of
going.
our bills, which is really nice. So these people will obviously go on the list, and occasionally we'll send out care packages to people who are on the list of gifts and stuff. But it won't be for a little while. So just to let you know. don't expect anything in the mail
Don't
like
hold
tomorrow.
Oh dear.
I was just thinking of what kind of things I could put in it, you know. I was obviously thinking that, you know, the basics, like, you know, the Jaffa cakes and
Milka.
raspberry jam, Milka, that kind of stuff. But I was thinking that it might not be possible to send, like, food abroad to, like, America and stuff. They might not.
Oh, of course you can. It's not a problem.
They might get, like, seized by American customs. They might, like, open this package that's, like, a Yogpod gift package. And it'll be like...
Don't have to perform a controlled explosion on a packet of Jaffa cakes.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
No, but goodness me. So anyway, we'll sort stuff out. So it'll be cool. And obviously the thing is, these people who are executive producers will stay on the producer list in the future, and they'll get exclusive stuff. So in like a year's time or something, they'll still get stuff. It's like lifetime membership to the Yogpod Club. Exclusive club.
What the hell?
What?
I'm not sure we should be
No.
committed.
It's
We
not.
should make
It's not quite
kind of
that bad.
commitment.
But obviously, what they can do is they can put it on their
life.
CV that they're an executive producer of a popular internet podcast.
And it sounds like they're actually doing more than they really are.
Yeah. Well, that's all that executive producers do. Though, if you look at like films and TV and stuff, the executive producer just puts money towards it. They don't actually aren't actually involved. So yeah, you can put that down, guys. So you can sign that after your name, like Mark. What's his name? Michael Belt.
Michael
What's his
Bay.
name? Michael. No, the guy who executive producer for this show.
What?
Jonas Soder.
Oh,
Soder.
Michael
What?
Beck and Jonas
Soder. And he can say
Jonas
after his
Soder
name he can have
and Michael
he
Beck.
can have EP Yogpod. That he can put that after his name. EP.
EP
Yeah.
Yogpod. Just get some business cards made and have that on it. Oh dear.
Just
Michael Beck.
EP.
EP. Yogpod.
That's a bit odd though, because obviously what happened was two people donated the exact same amount of money. £40 exactly. I think we have to say it. It's going to be worth it though. I'll pay you back, don't worry. You're going to get £40 as the Jaffa cakes through your door.
Yeah.
So if one of them had donated 1p more
Yeah.
than the other...
That's the key to it. People have to donate numbers that aren't, rounded. An unround number,
God.
as they're called.
So people will be... An
unround
number. I don't think that's what you call that.
I got two whole A levels in
Of
mathematics.
pounds.
I know.
Euros. No, but another weird thing, Simon, is that
What is it,
these
Lewis?
people were not necessarily English. So if they donated like 10 euros or whatever, how did that get converted into
That's a bloody good
pounds?
question. That's a bloody good question. I got no idea.
Anyway, they're the executive producers, so thank you guys, and we'll sort stuff out. I promise.
Thank you.
So I want to say a massive thank you to everyone else who donated as well. Who were they?
Ryan Calhoun, again, who donated.
What?
Carlos Larios, Alex Beer, Joris Vigila, magnificent name, Sean Cameron, and Grant Lawrence. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you.
Okay,
Appreciate it.
thank you very, very
I
much.
love you. Thank you. You're keeping us going. You're keeping us trucking. You're keeping us on the track. On track, in a truck. Thank you. Going full steam ahead.
Okay.
That's a boat. I wonder how you're going to edit this long, rambling fucking discussion about executive producers into like 2 minutes of tight audio.
I don't know.
Makes sense.
I usually manage to do it, man. It's fine.
You're a miracle worker when it comes to editing audio.
You're not going to say that after you've heard this podcast.
No.
It's full of crap.
I'm going to go, oh dear Lord. That's what I'm going to do. And a big thank you to little Dave Yognaut from Chiswick, who donated a kidney to us. Thanks a lot, Dave. We're sure to get a 6,000 for that.
So is there anything we want to say? I mean, Warwick, let us know if you see Warwick. We need to find him. Simon's worried. He's not come home for his dinner.
We're still looking for him.
Brian Blessed, if you see him around, say hi. He'll say hello, I'm sure. He might pop in. Is he still around here, Simon? Has he gone home?
He's in the area, so, you know,
he's not in your house
close.
anymore, though. He's left, has he?
He's not in my house. No, he was a guest.
Yeah. He's just
He
popped
wouldn't
in
just,
earlier and left again.
come over to stay.
Why not? Couldn't you put
He's not living here. I don't live with Brian Blessed.
Maybe you
He's got a family.
Oh, yeah, of course he has.
He's not going to leave his wife for me. I mean, God knows I've begged and I've pleaded.
You could bring her in. You could bring her here.
That.
I think you wouldn't be able to stand it, though. You'd just go deaf.
Hildegard, where are you?
That's how he speaks,
Yeah.
apparently.
He does.
I can't really do a good impression of him.
That was okay. It wasn't great. It was okay.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't as good as the real thing.
No, which is on this
earlier
podcast.
in the podcast. If you just let this podcast keep playing, it will go back and repeat itself.
It will loop.
And you'll be able to hear.
It will loop.
Hear the.
It will loop.
Podcast
You know what
again.
you should do? You should end the podcast with the beginning of the podcast to really fuck up people, so they don't know what's going on. How does this one even start? I guess we don't know yet because it hasn't been edited and it's just going to be a fucking mess.
I think it starts with me saying something like, "So, how are you doing, Simon?" That's how they usually start.
Hello, I'm doing quite well, Lewis. You're listening to
Time becomes a loop. Time becomes a loop.
Time becomes a loop.
Time becomes a loop.
Time becomes a loop. Thank you for
Yeah.
listening.
I've cut that
I
out.
love you.
Goodbye.
Thank you for listening, everyone. Thank you for donations. Thank you for
The
supporting
really
us.
laborious
Thank you for
end.
all your
The most
pictures that you
laborious
send in.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
Oh yeah.
I love you.
Did you see the ones
Hold
of your
me.
eye? Did you see the pictures
Yeah,
of your
what
eye?
the
Oh,
fuck
we've
is
got
that
the
all
challenge
about?
as well.
Bastard.
I don't know. Weird.
Oh God.
Uh,
the challenge is
do
to
you-
digging up the garden.
did you s-
You've already talked about it.
Yeah, I think it's in there somewhere. I'll have to edit it in somewhere. We have to offer some sort of incentive for people to dig up their garden and film it and put it on YouTube.
Hannah will take off her top if you don't send us in anything. Hey-ho.